All right, good afternoon, people. We are around here. We are doing our thing here. We have some technical difficulties on my part, and I don't have any idea how this shit happened, but it does. Anyway, we here, and we're doing our thing.
Yeah, good morning, good evening, good afternoon,
Or wherever you
whatever.
guys are at, wherever you guys are at, whatever time you're looking at it and listening to it. Oh, man. We got so much stuff going on, man. I have no idea where the hell is up and where the hell is down. It fucking rained here for the last 3 days here in Atlanta, man. And
What?
I can't cut my goddamn grass. Every time I get up to cut the grass, the clouds start coming in, and then the rain comes. You can't cut the grass while it's wet and everything because it's a big mess. Screws up all your stuff. So it rained this morning, early this morning, and then the sun came out. And about 11 o'clock, I said, well, maybe I can go out there now and at least the top part of the grass might be okay and I can cut it. And shit, man, as soon as I got ready to walk outside, man, clouds came up and shit, it started raining. And now the sun's back out. So got some crazy stuff going on here in the
Yeah,
great.
some crazy stuff, all right. My juicer went out on me.
Did they fix your air conditioner yesterday?
Yeah, he fixed it.
Oh, okay.
And
And now
my juicer went out on me. I had to go get another one today.
you had to go buy you another juicer.
And I got all them vegetables yesterday. I cut them all up and everything, and the juicer wouldn't work. I had to put them away. So right after this show, I'm gonna be juicing
You're gonna be juicing.
some kale, some apples, some beets, celery.
Well, we don't juice that. We usually get everything and put it in a great big old pot about this tall, about that big around. I guess you might call it a kettle, and make soup out of it. And shit, man, we have soup, man, for about vegetable soup for about 4 or 5 days, maybe longer than that. Matter of fact, I just got a little bitty bowl downstairs now that I got to finish off. We have to stay healthy, people.
Yeah, as
Vegetables.
healthy as you can be, and do your little bitty exercise and whatever you got to do.
Now that I can't do. I can't stand up, man, no longer than about 10 minutes, 15 at the most, and that leg start killing me. I can't do it. I haven't been outside walking, doing anything strenuous for any long period of time and stuff for about shit since January. And I'm getting tired of this stuff. And guess what, people? I'm still be hooked up here until next month. I got another month and 5 days. And then I'm going to have surgery. They're going to put the big boy out. They're going to put the big boy out, lay his big butt right on the surgeon's table, and this guy going to cut my back.
Mm. Good luck with that, bro.
He going to make a incision all the way up and down my back.
Mm.
But he guaranteed me, he said, Mr. Bishop, the pain will be gone. As soon as I finish up the surgery, you will not feel that pain. I can guarantee you that. He said, I can't give 100% to anything else, but I can give you 100% that pain will be gone. I said, well, if you can get rid of the pain, Doc, I'll be happy. He said, but the sad part about it is that you won't even be able to pick up a 5 pound bag of sugar. He said, "Oh, he recommend picking up a 5 pound bag of sugar for at least 2 months, maybe three or longer. So you're gonna have to heal." So I thought that I was incapacitated there. He said, "When I get done with the surgery," he said, "you ain't gonna be able to do nothing.
You ain't
Just
seen nothing yet, huh?
I ain't seen nothing yet." He said, "You think you moving around now?" He said, "Uh-uh." He said, "But you won't have any pain. At least in that leg, you won't have any pain." He said, "It'll be pain in your back, but you won't have any pain in your leg." But he said, "You're going to give me something to help my pain out in my back." So this has been a bad year, Ted, for me. This has been a bad year, people, for me. A real bad year.
Well, you're getting through it, bro. You're getting through it.
Yeah, man. Shoot, these old parts is wearing down. These old bone parts is wearing down. They, they get they giving out on me.
Well, we did a lot of stuff when we was coming up. Up until we was like in our 50s. Even me, I was doing into my 60s, so we did a whole lot of stuff. I got a lot of little things going on with myself, but you know, as they say, it is what it is, and you just have to go ahead on and deal with it. That's all, and just take one day at a time.
Yep, that's all I've been doing, taking one day at a time. That's all you can do.
Yeah, that's
Um,
all you can do.
that's all you can do. That's the position that we in, and man, everybody every day, man, I'm seeing friends of mine bite the dust. They're going on to the big old monster in the sky. They leaving me every day. So I'm getting a little bit jealous here.
Oh, who you jealous at?
I'm jealous. I'm jealous. They done gone. I'm still here in this. They they done left me here on this earth, and the shit ain't looking good.
Yeah,
it ain't it ain't, it ain't looking good.
they talking about they've been talking about this stuff for 20 years, maybe 25. Storing up food that lasts for 25 years and building bunkers and these folks, if they wasn't so violent and destruction can just want to be destructive and take over stuff, they got to be in charge. That's what it is. They don't want nobody else to have power. They want to be in charge. They don't want to be thinking that they're better than you. When a person's a billionaire, even if you like Trump, they look at Trump and laugh at him. His little 8, $10 billion ain't nothing. You know, these people run around here with 50, 60, 70, 100, $150 billion or more. And they looking at him and they laughing at him. He run around here stealing and conniving. And he probably said, how come I never played in the stock market before? Because all his investments was in real estate. And now this man had made, they say in 3 to 6 months, he done made over $4 billion buying millions of shares into the gas market and all that stuff, oil and gas. So he probably saying, I made a big mistake. I should have been invested in the stock market. And he
Well,
bragging. Did you hear him today? He was talking
well,
today. He was talking out of his head. Every little thing, the little
he,
softball questions that people was asking him, and then he'll go on for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes talking, and saying the same damn thing. Everything out of his mouth is Obama, a noun, a verb, you know. He always talking about Obama, talking about his deal is gonna be the best deal. He ain't made a deal yet.
Well, tell you that could be a good thing, and it also could be a bad thing. Also, that he's allowing Biden and Obama to live up there in that pea brain. And, he can't think any further than that. I think it's a bad thing because they renting out a whole lot of space up there in that head. And whatever little sense he got left, they renting a whole lot of space. And then today he had a nerve to say that every other president before him was stupid.
Yep,
They were all stupid.
stupid and dumb.
They were all stupid, but I'm the only one. he, he ain't gonna, he's not gonna live to spend any of that money that he just stole. He won't even know his name in just a little bit. He ain't gonna be able to spend a dime of that money. He, he,
What are you gonna spend it on here? I mean,
his
he got a
his
half a dozen golf courses.
but he ain't gonna be able to go out on the golf course and do anything. He be out there hitting the ball, and they say hit that ball, and hit the ball, and he won't know what's going on. He gonna have to depend on somebody to carry him wherever he got to go. They say he can't walk but about 5 minutes, then he gotta sit down. He he gonna sleep his way through the rest of the time he on this earth. Oh man, I wouldn't be looking forward to his life. I don't care what the heck happened, how much money he done stole and he done gripped and everything. Cause I don't believe, Ted, that the people who are responsible for him to take care of his butt gonna do anything for him. They're gonna let him lay up there in his shit, in his piss, or in his diapers, and they ain't gonna think about him at all. Cause anybody, Ted, you saw all the people. I'm looking at these people and stuff in his room. He got them all in his presidential room. He got reporters. They all sitting around there. And I was wondering today, just like I've been wondering for the last year or so, why in the hell are these people standing up there holding their cameras and writing stuff down and asking him questions, knowing that he is lying? Why are they doing this? And it dawned on me today. They want to be the first one to write in their column that he done gone crazy. Officially done gone crazy. He done left us. He no longer on this earth. He just existed. So they want to be the first one to write it. That's the only thing I can think. That they sitting down and listening to him, knowing that what he's telling them and everything is absolutely out of his damn mind. Anybody that would sit there and listen to him saying what he said, and I know all of them to the person, to the man, to the woman who was sitting there, and the cameraman, there's something wrong with him. When are they going to allow us to write that this son of God is out of his mind? Or
And
when?
let me tell you something, bro. Those people are out of their mind.
I guess you might say that too. Yeah, they could be out of
You
their
know,
goddamn mind too.
we just had, and we just had two trials of two young boys, less than 15 years old, murdered. Or one was murdered and the other one was, well, actually, they say it was two, but I only know of one was shot in the back and one just got 35 years for defending himself, self defense, because he's getting ready to get jumped on by two white guys. And one did, and then they let the guy that shot him in the back go. And then they gave this young boy 35 years. Now, of course, his lawyers are going to appeal, but the point is that the point what I'm making is that, and I'm gonna say this, and I mean it 10 toes down. Most black people, white folks, don't give a shit about black people. What I mean is they don't care. A lot of white folks just don't care about our incident because the first thing they did, they lied and said that the boy stole water. Like that justify that man to go outside of his store instead of calling the police and shoot him while he was running in the back. Now they tell us that in Texas, to stand your law ground and you can protect yourself if you feel your life is in harm. And they said they've had a number of cases like that, and each time the person gets off because he was defending himself. Now, you know, the thing is when you got people who is not upset and don't care if their fellow employees are fired or left their jobs, who have dedicated them lives to federal government 20, 30 years, some of them 40 years. And these people are hanging on because they have no other place to go. The white folks. And the few black folks are still there. But they constantly hiring their 2025 people. There's something that's going on that people that uh, these other white folks and other people is complicit. They're allowing this shit to happen. They're allowing this shit to happen as though that, you know, hey, this will blow over pretty soon, all this will blow over, this will pass while he is dismantling the government. He's kind of fine with all these corporations. All they care about is they got their big tax cuts, and then the taxes that they're saving, all they're doing is reinvesting in their own company. It ain't going to the people. It ain't going into savings. I mean, I look at the stock market all the time, and I'm looking at all these different business shows, and it's a joke. It's a joke. It is absolutely a joke. And they little pennies, nickels, and dimes, well, in some cases, it's millions of dollars and billions of dollars because these people, anytime they want to make, these big officers and these people that's got millions of invested, anytime they need a few $1 million, all they got to do is just go sell a few shares. Think I go to France this weekend, boom, sell 20,000 shares and boom, they ready to go. It's a joke, man. When you got everything embedded. That's the reason why they did the 401k. And they're trying to get Social Security to do the same thing. They want to privatize every damn thing from the government. The only thing that's going to be is security and the military. That's why they building all they hiring all of these ICE people. We're gonna have over 500,000 people that work in ICE. Because you know why? They didn't say it out loud. They say they want to get rid of, deport over 100 million people out of this country.
Or one day, it was one person, Greg Greg Bovino, said he's going to run for the presidency in 2028, and his platform is going to be to throw 110 million people of color out of the United States. Now, he said people of color. Did he mean me? Did he mean me? Did he just mean immigrants or people who in the country illegally? I don't know.
Well, you see what they're doing in Belfast, don't you? In Belfast, they burning down any immigrants or foreign people that's not from Ireland. They burning down their businesses. They burning down their apartments. This is what they're doing now, man. You know, these white folks are just going absolutely insane. They have done the numbers, Ed. They have done the numbers. They know that they're only 600 million strong. They're a minority in this world. They are a minority in this world, Ed. And so, therefore, they want to have control of any major country, but they don't realize they're going to go back to the dark ages. The only reason why Ireland is making it is because certain corporations bring in foreigners to create more jobs, because you got Microsoft there, you got Amazon there, you got all kinds of major international national companies there, because Ireland was basically broke. And in the last 20, 25 years, now they're one of the most prosperous countries in the world as per capita. That's because a lot of the people that are from this country been supporting the Irish people over there, and rightfully so. I guess that's what they should do. I mean, you know, that's what Israel doing. The Jewish people here supporting Israel. That's why the people in certain other, like in Caribbean islands, supporting the Caribbean islands. The only people that don't have a country is us, bro. You got the Italians; they doing the same thing. Every person in this country but us have a country. They gave us that false premise like we was Africans. We're not Africans, bro. We might be descended from Africa somewhere down the line, 25 generations ago, or whatever it's been, but we don't know where we came from. We have no country. The only country we have is this country. And we are not accepted in every country in the world. So we have nowhere to go. So, and they know that because we're not wanted. They have polarized us so much. They have dogged us so much. They have stereotyped us so much. So I don't know what exactly, we can always talk about the history of all the things that we've done and all the things we went through and all of that, Ed. But the point is, on my mind, saying you know, the here and after is wonderful. I believe in the here and after, but I want to live today. I want my kids to live today. I want my grandkids to live today and live in peace. So I don't know what we're going to do as a people because we are so divided. We are we are in a class warfare in our own community. We are in a class war in every area you name. We are in a class war economically, scholastically, you know. So I don't know what we can do as a people, just like everybody talking about, well, we're going to stop using, giving business to Asian people. We're going to stop doing business with Target. That's our only getaway. Those tactics barely work now. We're talking international now, bro. Target is all over the world. All these other companies all over the world now. They don't care if they get our business or not, and we will give them our business because we got to get those products.
Hmm.
But I have no idea. Individually, a lot of black folks is doing just fine, but it just haven't hit you yet. But it sure did hit a lot of those federal government people.
Hmm.
It sure did hit a lot of those TSA people because we must be at least 50% of the people at TSA is black and Latino or more. So I'm trying to figure out what are we supposed to do when they don't have safeguards for us? The riots have been done, bro. That ain't gonna go nowhere. They ain't gonna do nothing. But a bunch of people getting, injured. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. And this guy, I mean, and him and his munchkins, hey, as far as he's concerned, black folks don't even exist. They ain't in their circles. Black people ain't in their circles. Ain't no black people in their circles, bro.
Huh.
You know, when I was out there selling advertising, or if I'm selling insurance or whatever I'm doing out there in the street, when I was out there, I would always look at people's websites. I would do my research and see was they were an inclusive company. Where if I walk in their door, will they accept me?
Hmm.
Meaning that they were black friendly or tolerant. That's the word, tolerant. you know, because people people might not invite you to lunch or coffee or something like that, or but they will be tolerant. And then if you persuade them that you a decent person or you are or a halfway intelligent person, then you get to know them, and then they might do business with you, you know, and they might not. But the point is that there are people out there who do not want your business, Ed. They don't want you in their restaurants. And the only reason why they don't put you out is because it's against the law. When you get bad services and you're waiting for 20 minutes and then you look around, oh, they just walked in and they got their stuff already. They giving you a message. If they tell you we ain't got no seats available, you're gonna have to wait. and you see seats all over the place. So I don't know how we deal with it. I mean, we've been navigating and going through different things and all of that, and surviving, and that's what we do is survive. But hey, I don't want my kids just to survive and my grandkids just to survive. So when and people are upset here. A lot of black people are upset of what's going on, and they do these things so that we can be upset, so that we can have hypertension, so that we can be frustrated. They do these things. I'm thinking, why they run around here stealing and robbing from the country or doing all kind of little evil stuff, to try to hold a lot of black folks back. They can't stop us because we constantly are moving and doing the things we got to do to be successful. But the point is, they can slow you up. They cannot give you that loan. You go somewhere else, they don't give you that loan. You might go 10, 12 different places before you get that loan. I'm just saying, I don't think we're going to ever be totally accepted to a certain degree. But the fact is that, we've been around long enough. We know how to talk to people. We know how to uh, navigate and communicate where we can, command respect and give respect. But a lot of these younger kids, they ain't playing that. They ain't playing that game, man. These younger kids ain't playing that game. These kids under 30 years old, they ain't playing that game because they was raised a whole lot different than us, bro. They ain't playing that game. So, and I don't think they realize that, but these younger kids, these Generation Z's and all that stuff, or whatever they call them, Generation X's and all that, they ain't playing that game, bro. We used to navigate and play the game to a certain degree. The whole world is a stage. Everybody can play their part, so you play your part, and you learn how to navigate and survive. Can't do that now, bro. They ain't playing that game. That's the reason why a lot of these young kids, they don't give a shit. They don't. They don't care what you think about them. They don't care because they see their little white counterparts doing the same crap. So they think they just as good as them, and they are. But the point is, the difference is, they're gonna get away with it. You're not. People, people, people. I don't know. Somebody got to come up with some insight, some direction, some something, because these other people, these other white folks, they're just as complicit. They may not be involved and included in this, but they sure in the hell. What did Martin Luther King say? He said, he said, I'm gonna paraphrase. I don't remember the exact quote, but he used to say, hey, the worst thing you can do, you got a lot of people that's upset and don't like what's happening, but they just sitting on the sidelines. That's all they doing is sitting on the sidelines watching, letting it happen,
It's
and they know
very,
it's unfair.
yeah, it's very ironic that you brought Dr. King's name up. I don't know if you know what's going on up there on in the house up there, but
Yeah, I saw
the
that knucklehead. I ain't gonna call him no names.
you saw Dr. King sitting at the table.
I'm not gonna call him no names.
It said Dr. King. It right there in front of her. Right there in front of her. I wanted, I thought he, two of his, I think, well, one of his kids had passed on, and the only one left there is Bernice and Martin Luther the third. So I wonder who is this Dr. King that they got sitting up there at the table that the Republicans brought in.
It's your niece or somebody.
Oh, that's a niece. Oh, okay. Well, she's Dr. King probably turning over in his grave right now and stuff because she letting them people make a fool out of her.
Boy, the stuff that came out of her mouth was so ridiculous.
It was. Yeah, I mean, she was an embarrassment to him, complete embarrassment to him. She ought to, somebody in her family ought to say something to her. I
I'm
mean,
sure they
really.
have.
I mean, really. She probably ain't even listening. She probably ain't listening. She just wanted her day in the sun because the Republicans probably put some coins in her pocket. 30,
Oh, I'm sure she gets some change.
30 pieces of silver. They done gave her 30 pieces of silver. And sit up there at the daggone conference because
What got me is when she brought up the 1963 and talking about the Klan and compared that organization, I forget the name of it, called that organization doing the same thing, paying the Klan. Like she don't even have brains enough to realize.
she's they got a doctor in front of her name. She must be I hope that she ain't uh perpetrating the doctor, somebody with a PhD.
Well, you can use doctor when you get an honorary degree. I mean, I don't know
Uh,
if she's got. I'm pretty sure she's probably smart enough to go ahead on and get a doctorate in something. I don't know. I
or
haven't checked her
or
credentials.
or she, they do bestow doctors and stuff on pastors and stuff and everything. Doctor so and so, theology or something and everything. They get a paper degree. All they got to do is show up, for 3 or 4 weeks of that for school and everything online or something and everything, and they'll put a doctor in front of it, Reverend Doctor. Ah, man, I couldn't believe that for what she did. And oh man, our people, man, our people is just, ooh, we our own worst enemy sometimes. Our own
Like I
worst
said,
enemy.
there's gonna always be Judases, and
And
Jesus used to have to deal with a Judas, and he knew he was a Judas. Well, he knew he was evil. He was sell out. So you know, but he dealt with it. He dealt with it. He was able to deal with it.
he did
So
because he
we
had,
can deal with it.
yeah, he did, and some of us can do the same thing. But Ted, we got a whole bunch of our folks out there and everything, and when they saw that name, Dr. King, in front of her name,
Hundreds of thousands of them, bro.
they believed her. She was that was the gospel. That was Dr. King. You see, Dr. King in front of us, so she must know what she's talking about. Sad, 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 sad. I don't know what to say, man. I just, and then they got some conservative news group out there who put out an article saying that Jasmine Crockett criticized Dr. King. I, now, I heard what Jasmine Crockett said, and I also heard what the ranking member said to her, and he made her look worse than Jasmine Crockett did.
Mm.
But they brought out the fact that the Jasmine Crockett did something against Dr. King. They never said anything about what Jamie Raskin said to her. And Jamie got down on her. I mean, really bad, and made her look like a damn fool sitting there
Didn't
at that daggone table there. Oh, yes, he did. Go back and look at it. Look at his statements and everything to her. He made her look like a damn fool. And I listened to what Jasmine had said. She only had her little 5 minute thing that they give them everything to give their little viewpoints and stuff. And what she said wasn't nowhere near as bad as what Jamie Raskin said. Even though he's a Democrat and a ranking member, he's a white man.
well, you
But
know,
like I said, they just makes us look like damn fools and stuff and everything, and we fall right into it. Cause and I had to bring that up because you mentioned what Dr. King had been saying and some of his words, and I don't know. You probably went over the fact and everything that in Donald Trump's news thing and stuff, he paraphrased Dr. King also saying that he Dr. King had when he did his speech in '63 and everything, he had a million people around the pool, and Trump is trying to say that, well, I had more than he did. But they said they only got 25,000, and you all know better than that. Everybody know better than that. And you know that I won the 2020 election too, and everybody know it. It'll come out. That man still sitting down here talking about 2020 election that happened 6 years ago. Mm. And he's still upset about it. And most people don't forgot about it. Even MAGA folks forgot about it. So I don't know where we at. Anyway, uh, there was a there was a massacre in Australia yesterday. 11, 11, either 11 or 14 Israelis were on the beach, on Bondi Beach in Australia and stuff, and they had two snipers that come out and kill 11 of them
mm,
around that beach.
in
And that
Australia.
in Australia, yes,
Wow.
they shot, I think, either 11 or 14 of them. They had two gunmen sitting out there with rifles and stuff, and they was out on the beach and everything, and they killed all of them. And they acting a damn fool now about it. They talking about it that the it, that there was a guy and stuff who attacked one of the gunmen and stuff. They had killed one of them, and this guy attacked the uh, one of the other gunmen. Jumped on top of him. Man had a gun, there's a rifle in his hand. He jumped on top of him and wrestled a gun from him, and they called him a hero. And they said, "Yep, that those he must have been in Australia and everything, and he helped save the Israelites." Well, come to find out, the man was a Muslim.
Mm,
BB had to, well, he didn't apologize. He just said, well, I wanted to make a correction. There was a Muslim and stuff and everything.
you know, this talk that's been going on for a while, and I want to say this, and I have never seen so many mosques and uh, here in this area. They're all over the country now. All over the country, bro. We
Hmm.
got right here in this area alone, we got at least a dozen.
Oh, my goodness.
And I mean, they are huge. A lot of them are huge. And, we believe in, America's supposed to believe in, freedom of religion. And, but yet and still, Here we got Jewish people here, we got Muslim people here, we got Chinese people that they have different religions, all kinds of different kinds of religions that are here. Some of these Chinese and Latin people, they partner with other religious churches, and it's sad, man. Religion is becoming a big thing now. I don't know why it is so prevalent. I mean, it's always been, mass of people that call themselves Christians and different organizations, like, Muslims and all that. But in each one of these different religions, there are different sects. They don't all believe in the same thing. They might have a semblance of the same thing, but they have a different ideology and a different philosophy. And that's in every religion. So I guess that's the reason why I don't church no more. I love going to church. I used to love going to church. But it's gotten so political. You got your conservative churches, you got your liberal churches, you got your whatever. And they have programmed the parishioners so badly that only thing that their religion is ideology, their self-righteousness. And I just want to let y'all know, the only reason why that, in my belief, the only reason why you righteous is because of Christ. Not for something that you've done or I've done, or that I'm so good. Only reason why I'm righteous, standing in righteousness, because I believe in Christ. But the point is that whatever their religion is and what they call themselves to be righteous or whatever they is, that's their religion. But the point is that one thing for sure is that Christ was nonviolent.
Hmm.
Christ was about love. Christ was about helping the poor. Christ wasn't involved in politics. He knew about politics and the political sector and all that, but he wasn't involved in that. So, but right now, you got every religion now, almost every religion. I'm not saying all are connected to the government, but most of them are. They're getting money from the government. They're looking for all kind of grants from the government. So where's their faith at? Where's their religion? Who they believing in? The government or God? But that's on them. They have to live that. I know. I'm unchurched now. And I hate that because if I go to a church, it's too political, bro. You go there and they're talking about politics. I can listen on TV and radio and I can hear all that mess. When I go to church, I want to hear the word. And ain't nothing wrong with talking about politics. Some of these people put it together and make it on a now version, and we know that there are things in the government that are not treating people right and what have you. I'm not knocking that. That's not the issue. What I'm saying is that you know we shouldn't be going to church or listening, preaching on that kind of stuff every week or every other week or whatever. I know that people get weary because everything is politics now. There's nothing you can do or say or go, and there's politics involved because it affects our lives in every way. If you live in a community that is pretty outstanding, you got to play politics if you want things to get done. If you want that light, that signal up on your in your main street, and you got to play politics because the people that's responsible, you got to go up there and talk to them, and then figure out, well, what you gonna do for me? I'm up for re-election next week or next month. You gonna give me something for my campaign?
Hmm.
You want that light up? Okay. So I don't know, man. Politics is and religion, man. Is I love keeping up with it.
Hmm.
I ain't gonna lie about that. I love keeping up with the religious part of it. I love keeping up with the politics. I love keeping up with the business side of what's going on. But the point is, that's just me. I'm just glutton for punishment. I'm reading different articles and different things and seeing different things, and that's important to be informed. But really, don't do nothing but just sort of like you got the information. That's all it is. The people that's doing the work out there is the ones that's out there. Those people that's doing that work, there's so many people that's out there doing that work to get things done, to help the poor, to help the homeless, to help the disabled, all of those types of things. There's a lot of people out there doing the work because that's the only thing. If you want things done, you got to play politics. You got to play the game.
Hmm.
Man, I'm gonna miss Jasmine.
Well, she's got a few more months left, and I think that where she's going to be at after here is she's going to be unleashed. They have unleashed her to do some things that she probably felt constrained while she was in Congress that she could or could not say. But now, when she is released and stuff from her being a congressperson and stuff and everything, she's probably going to be out there, and they ain't going to like what's going to happen and stuff when she gets out there. Too, I can guarantee you, man. I can feel it. I can see it. What she's going to be doing, and she's going to be doing some powerful stuff out there. She was already in California and stuff the other day, politicking for doing some work for Javier Xavier uh, Becerra, who is probably going to be the next governor and stuff of California.
No doubt, man. You got 34% of the people in California are Latino.
Hmm.
34%.
Yep, he's gonna make it out. That old whoever he is, I forget his name, but he's a Republican and everything. He came in second place, but he ain't gonna beat Javier. Javier gonna beat the crap out of him, beat the snot out of him. He gonna
Where
he
he's
probably
Australian?
no, he's a billionaire that Trump had backed.
Well,
Uh,
he's a Fox News host.
I didn't know if he's a host or not, but I
Yeah,
do
he's
know
a Fox News host.
yeah, I know he
But
got
I
a lot.
didn't know he was a billionaire though.
He's a billionaire. The guy that he's running against, he's a billionaire.
Yeah, I didn't know he was a billionaire. I knew he was a Fox News host.
Yeah,
I done seen him on TV quite a bit.
yeah, he's a billionaire. He got a lot of money, and he came in. He finally, I guess the vote count is almost done in California, so they know he's coming in second place, so he'll be in the general election and stuff in November. But there's no way he's gonna beat Xavier Becerra. He's gonna beat him hands down. And Jasmine's over there now. She's going around the state and everything, doing political stuff for him. So, like I said, they done unleashed her. she has no uh, no shackles on her and stuff right now, and it's gonna be a mess, man. Uh, I can see her, man, going into a lot of those red states and stuff, doing big rallies and stuff in there and stuff, and speaking and stuff to those folks over there in the red states and everything, and creating a big problem and stuff for the Republicans. I can see it happening. It's going to be a mess. And then you got she'll be done and stuff in January of 27. She'll be off of her seat and everything. So it'll be from then on up until the presidential election and stuff in 2028 and stuff. She's going to be raising havoc out there. I can see it. And girlfriend got a lot of money. She ain't broke. She has
Well,
quite
she
a
came in 10 million strong almost.
well. All that money that's in her campaign coffers and stuff goes to her. Plus, I watched a video of a YouTube video of her, and it was doing a personal view and stuff of her property that she has. She has, I think, 3 or 4 homes there in Texas. Beautiful homes, and she owns some real estate and stuff there also. And most of that money and stuff came from her law practice. And there are people and stuff out there who are waiting to get her to come into their law firms. They waiting on for her to come in, so she's got unlimited potential and stuff out there to make money and to do a whole lot of things and stuff out there. So, like I said, all they did was just unleash her and stuff from that bull crap.
You know,
So,
my thing with her is I already know who all the people who surrounding her. You know, I
mostly
don't
is
know.
most of the people she deals with most of the folks in her church. A lot of people in her church and stuff and everything are there with her. A lot of people in the
Okay,
church. Yeah. She has a lot of her bodyguards and stuff comes out of the church. She pays them and stuff to be her bodyguards, and she gonna need them. So I'm pretty sure now they know that they're gonna be bodyguarding her for a long time. So I'm I've watched her and stuff and everything, and most of those guys and stuff were they're almost like Secret Service folks. They're real quiet. They don't say a whole lot, but they do a lot of guiding of her. They take her wherever she got to go. She has chauffeurs taking her wherever she got to go, and people picking her up and being there and stuff with her and stuff constantly and stuff watching her because they got people are still threatening her, man, big time, big time. So we shall see. And like I said, they just unleashed the they uncaged the damn tiger.
well, you know, I'm gonna keep her in my prayers for sure.
Oh yeah.
You
I
know, my last word is, and I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead.
You know, and this might not be the correct quote, but you know, it's something like you can plan, but you know, if you don't plan, you plan to fail. Something similar to that. Well, there's a lot of people out here that's planning, you know, making all this money and getting all the money and as much as they can, you know, grifting, stealing, some of them doing it legally because they've already stolen enough to be able to invest. But the point is that I just want to let y'all know you ain't in control. You might think you can plan stuff and figure things out, thinking that you're doing the best for you and your family and you're doing whatever you can to do that. But if you got this stuff nefariously and stealing and robbing and lying and all that stuff, you know, like the man said, you're going to have to pay the piper, bro. Eventually, you're going to have to pay the piper. That stuff catches up with you. We was talking about that the other day. You can run and and you're gonna have to keep on running because once you settle down and slow up, that's it. So just keep on doing what you're doing.
Well, my last word and stuff in this whole deal here is that as I look around this country and I see how uh, the Trump administration has denigrated and anybody who is of color and stuff and that thing, whether they're male or female and everything, he tries to denigrate them and make them look very, very small. But all the ones that he has tried to do that and stuff, work and everything, they're coming out a lot stronger and stuff than he thought. And he has not hurt them hardly at all, any of them. They are out there doing their thing. I'm looking at girlfriend who's back here, Stacey Abrams and stuff and everything. We all thought that after her second try at being governor here of Georgia, that she was going to go away and wasn't going to be doing anything. But girlfriend standing strong. She's selling books and everything and all that, making a lot of money and stuff, selling books. So she's keeping herself going. If they tried to destroy JC, Jasmine Crockett, they can't do that. You can't, it's impossible to do it. We've got a black woman and stuff now here in Georgia again, who is Democratic candidate for governor of Georgia. Oh man, they no matter how they try to, they cannot keep us down, man. I don't see them keeping us down. They just and these folks and stuff, they take those licks and stuff, man, and they come right back and everything. And they keep on ticking. So, uh, I look and again, all around the country, you see. Uh, they took Joy Reid and stuff and everything, kicked her off of her show, and his girlfriend's out there. She's starting to prosper and stuff. Her show getting bigger and bigger and bigger out there. They did my boy and stuff off of CNN. They ran his ass off. They even tried to throw his ass in jail and stuff and everything. And he's still standing strong out there. So
And
no
you can
matter
go on
how,
and on.
yeah, you go on and on, man.
Letitia
It's a whole,
James,
right.
you
You
know,
got girlfriend here in the district attorney and stuff here, Fannie Willis and stuff and everything. They try to beat her down and everything. Girlfriend ain't standing for that stuff,
hey,
man. She's still
the
standing
mayor of
strong.
Chicago,
Yeah, man,
they try to
Chicago,
dog him.
all of them, man. You can go down the list, man. They trying to destroy us and stuff and everything, and we just ain't. They just can't do it. It's just impossible, no matter how much they try to do it. So no matter how bad it looks out there, there are still signs and stuff that I want to say of things being okay, things being better, things getting better, things that we can look forward and stuff to and everything. I'm not a real fan and stuff of Hakeem and Jeffries and stuff now, but man, look, I don't care how bad the Democrats do it, everything. The Republican doing even worse, so he's probably going to be the next Speaker of the House and everything and stuff. The third in line for the presidency. So, oh man, a lot of stuff going on. A lot of things getting ready to happen and stuff out there and everything. So, even though it's looking bad and stuff now, there are signs and stuff of things looking up. The sun hasn't gone completely dark. Is what I want to tell people out there. No matter how bad it looks now, they know the gas prices are going up, but if we can make it through this, we're gonna be okay. So, all of you folks out there watch the show, we hope you enjoy what we are talking about. I hope you enjoy the show, and you can tell your friends and stuff about it and stuff and everything. You guys go out there and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be okay. Talk to you guys later. Have a good day. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.